Hi guys, how's it going? For today's project, we're going to be doing the Windows vulnerability management scan, both authenticated and unauthenticated scans. And yeah, basically we're doing this within the cyber range. So if you follow the first instruction, we're going to be using this instruction sheet. And yeah, we need to observe this diagram. Basically, cyber range is we have it's more or less supposed to simulate a workplace or a work environment. So we have an Azure subscription, and we have bad actors trying to get in and trying to um, steal data, I guess, from the cyber range. We have two virtual networks with different with IP ranges, and we have an internal vulnerability scanner and an external scanner with Tenable. We have our virtual machines in here, along with their network security groups, and Microsoft Sentinel and Azure Bastion. So yeah, basically we're going to be doing a Windows authenticated scan. We're going to be using the Tenable internal scanner for this one. And so yeah, let's go the next one. So now we need to create a Windows 11 Pro virtual machine. And so we'll just go into Azure and create it now. So these two belong to the cyber range. We're not supposed to touch it. I mean, we can't really do anything with it anyway, because we don't have permission. So what we need to do is log into our student subscription, which is this one. And we are in the cyber range 2. So if you check the architecture, you could see we are in this side, cyber range 2. All right, and then we need to get a Windows virtual machine name. So I already went ahead to type some. So I'll just use this Windows VM test and make sure you save it somewhere. So, I mean, you're not supposed to put your passwords around, but for the purpose of this lab, I'm just gonna put them here so I remember what you're doing. And then we have to find the Windows 11 Pro version of virtual machine. We could just use this one. I don't think it's going to be so heavy that we need something else. So we just use a two virtual CPUs. So, I mean, one virtual CPU, I guess. And then for the username, we could just take lab test me, and then we'll use this password, cybersec123. Accept this, go to disks. We will choose, let's choose standard SSD and go to networking. We have to make sure it's within the same virtual network, which is a cyber range virtual network. And we have to also use the cyber range. 1 second, it's taking a while. The cyber range subnet. Don't know why it's taking so long. Okay. Yeah, cyber range subnet. And then we'll just use a basic network, a basic NIC and network interface. Over here, yeah, we'll choose this. Go to management. I don't think we have to do anything here. I think we can just ignore everything here. Monitoring. We'll do disable the boot diagnostics. And then we'll go on to advanced. I'll just review and create. Hold on. Creating could take a while, so I will pause this video because I don't really want to edit it much. And so I will pause the video, and then once it's done creating, I will come back to it. Basically, you should hit create and then wait for it. Yeah, initializing deployment. This could take a while. It could take a minute. It could take 5. So I'll just pause the video until we're ready. So our deployment is complete. And if we check, you could see completed. All right, so we'll just go to our resources. Let's go back to the sheet. What's next? So log into the virtual machine and disable Windows Firewall. All right. So we'll connect via bash. Yep. and then we will put in our username and password. I'll create a new tab and we just have to wait. This also can take a while, and so I'll pause the video and then come back to it when it's done. So we're here. Still gonna take a while, so just turn everything off and accept. This could also take a while to do the accepting, and sometimes it doesn't even work, and then you have to just skip it. I wish we could just skip to the main thing, but this is what we have to deal with. So I'll pause it again and come back because it does take a while sometimes. Okay, so here we are. It's finally open, and so we would I'm supposed to go turn off the Windows firewall. So right click this and then find what's happening. No, yeah, that's weird. Hmm. Basically, I'm trying to find the run function, and so it seems the machine is slow. The virtual machine is slow, so we have to take our time. And you know, 1 second. This is one of the things you have to deal with. The virtual machine could be slow, and then you just have to sit down and wait. So we're just gonna sit here and wait. And then we'll click on run. Then we will type wf dot msc, which should open the Windows firewall. Then we have to go to click on this. Okay, I have to turn all these off. Oops, no. Apply and okay. All right, so now we're done with this. Disable the Windows firewall. Then if your virtual machine has an NSG attached to it directly on the cyber range, ensure there's a rule that allows all traffic inbound from the scan engine. Better to just not attach an energy for this door or allow. Okay. All right. So if we go in here and we go to networking, network settings, and you scroll down, you'll see we have two network security groups. This is from the cyber range, and we can't really do anything with it. We can't edit it. We can't delete it. So I'll try right now, and you see that we can't delete it to say failed because we don't have permission. Right. And so this is our network security group. And so we'll just create a rule. A rule that says IP address, and then let's put this IP as the Windows, the scan engine's IP. And then we will just say port 300. Yeah. So we'll just say allow inbound, oops, scan engine, and we'll add this. Okay, so we just did this. We just observed that we couldn't change the one for the side range. This. Now we need to log into Tenable. Then vulnerability management. Vulnerability management. Then we'll head over to scans. So we need to create a basic network scan. Let's see the scans. All right. The scan configuration you're about to create will last total 2 weeks. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So we have to just come here and click on create scan. Then we'll create a basic network scan. And we will name it with the name we gave our vulnerability scanner. Yeah. I mean, with the name we give our device, sorry. And then we will choose the local scan engine and we will target, we have to go here for the IP address. I think we can get it here. Yeah, the private IP, we can just get it here. Paste the private IP in here. That's good. And next, choose internal scanner, blah, blah. Okay, we just did that. Enter the VM. We just did that. And then now we need to scan. So scan type. This basic. Okay. So discovery, we choose custom. And then pink, yeah, it's already ticked. And then use fast. And it says we should go to credentials and leave it blank. Okay. So we could add credentials, but right now we need to, so it just says we should leave it blank for now. So this is the unauthenticated scan. So we're just going to run the scan right now and then export the results. So let's just save and launch. Alternatively, you could just save it and then you could come in here and then click on launch. Or right now I say stop because it started. So yeah. And the spending, it'll take a while. This is scans from previous, like people who are also part of the lab as well. This is an old scan I did. So yeah, we just have to wait. This could take a long time. It could take 10 minutes. It could take 25 minutes. Yeah, so we'll just come back when it's done. I'll pause the video here and come back when the scan is done. Okay, so our scan just completed. And so we just click on see all details. And here we can see there are 0 critical vulnerabilities, 0 high, 4 medium and 1 low. And if we arrange them by severity, we could see the mediums and the highs. If we look for credentials, um, interesting. 1 second. We should have had something regarding credentials here, but I don't see it. Anyway, let's just continue. It says export the results, and then we need to take note of the scan duration, observe the vulnerabilities, and then the CVSS scores. So let's just pick something. Let's see. Let's say protocol detection. No, let's take one of the the mediums, and then we can see the CVSS score. We can see the CVSSB score is 6.1, CVS3 6.5. Sorry, and yeah, these are the issues we had. I mean, you could just put this into ChatGPT and to explain it more into detail, but these are the explanations. We need to take note of the scan duration. All right, let's go back to scan details. Let's go to scans, and if we click on the one we just finished, it took 9 minutes. So let's get our notepad out, and we'll just do unauthenticated scan 9 minutes. Just add time to it. All right, so now that we have this, what else are we supposed to do? We're supposed to export it, right? 1 second. Take note of the duration, export the results. All right, so let's just click here and click on export. No, yeah, export is right here. Let's export. And then we'll look for, yeah. Oh yeah, I did these already. So just save this. Okay. The next thing to do is provide credentials for the scan we created earlier. All right, so we'll just come here and then we'll click on edit. And then we'll go to credentials, keep everything the same. We add, choose the host, which is Windows. So let's put in the username and the password. So we can just take the username from here. And the password is this. I think we're supposed to turn everything on and save. And then let's save and launch. Good. It's initializing. So this again would probably take a while because now it has access to scan the virtual machine itself that we have here. And so this will change to probably change to pending and then running. Yeah, pending. Then to change to running, and then it'll, give us the results. So I'll just pause the video again and wait till it's done. Okay, and we're back, and this time the scan took, how long was this? 24 minutes to complete, and we have some more vulnerabilities. So let me first document it. This scan took 24 minutes. Oops. And let's see details. We might as well export it first. And this is the authenticated scan. All right. on this Linux. No. Okay. All right. So next is we're supposed to take the results. Okay. So we didn't do this part, but we still got the vulnerabilities. So I think we're supposed to let's run scan. So that's the credentials. Authenticated, yeah. Run scan extract results. Okay. Okay, so for the authenticated scan, we're supposed to actually run this. Um, run this script as an admin in PowerShell, but we didn't, and it still gave us the results that we're looking for. So I guess it wasn't really necessary. So we ran the scan, we exported the results in the scan duration, and now we have to delete the virtual machine that we created. Difference in vulnerability scan. Okay. All right. So we'll just go back to Azure, and we'll just delete from here first, and say yes. Delete. It might take a minute. So while it's deleting, let's come back here and do what the scan says we should do. The instructions that we should do. So run the scan, export the results, delete, verify it has been deleted. We'll get back to that in a second. Compare the results from the two scans. Oops. No. So just go to the scans and we'll open them and we will compare the results. Here we are. I think we'll just separate. Yep, perfect. So we have the authenticated versus the unauthenticated scan. And you can see the difference. 4 mediums, we have star 4 mediums, we have 2 criticals, no criticals here, no highs, we have 5 highs, 4 mediums, 3 lows. And you can see this is from, I think with these, I think it's a simple Windows update would remediate these. But here we're just supposed to observe and not remediate. So this is the Windows Authenticated scan with Tenable, and that is how you do it. Okay, let's get this down. Try to answer the questions. Why is there a difference? Well, there's a difference because one of them, it's a difference because this scan was unauthenticated. It didn't have the login credential, so we could only scan from the outside and see what's wrong, and it was being blocked. Actually, let's just go into the architecture again, and I'll see if I can explain it with this. But basically, I think we're able to scan the device the first time from the outside, but we're being blocked by the no. I don't think we're blocked by the network security group. I think we're just blocked by the password and so we didn't have authorization to go inside and actually scan inside the virtual machine, right? Yeah, because we did set the network security group to allow traffic from the vulnerability scanner. So yeah, I think basically that's what happened. What's the next question? The scan duration, difference in duration, I think it's basically the same. And then observe the scan history within Tenable. Okay, so we can come in here and click on history, and then we can observe from here. It took 24 minutes, the recent one, and the last one took 9 minutes, and we can see the difference and how it's completed. And that is it for the Windows Authenticated scan and Authenticated scan. And the next one we're going to do is the Linux scan. So let's first make sure everything is deleted. Oops, let's come back home and see. We still have a lot more things to delete. So, okay, virtual machine was deleted successfully. Okay, so we just have to refresh it and see what is left. Okay. So we have to delete our network security group. What else? Everything here belongs to um, cyber range, so we don't have authorization to delete them, but we can delete ours. And if you try to, it just says it can't, and then, yep, oops, my face is blocking us. Let's see. So if I move my face and I reconnect, let's see what it says down here. The network connection, blah blah, is gone. Appears unstable. Yeah, because it shouldn't even be unstable. It should just not exist because the virtual machine has been deleted. Yeah. Yep, there's nothing here that belongs to us. Okay, cool. And so we're done. Next is the Linux.